My name's Tiffany and this is TNT Farms, and we'd like to welcome you to our house today. The thing I'm going to be doing tonight is showing you kind of an unboxing of this Aero Garden that I purchased. I am not an Aero Garden expert by any means. My brother owned one, said he really enjoyed it, and he grows herbs in his. I'm not so interested in the herbs because I have a huge garden and then I usually dry my herbs. But I was interested when I researched these about the tomatoes and also for salads. We have a family of 6, so I thought that would be helpful. I figured out one time what my teenage son ate, and it's about $14 every couple of weeks in pints of tomatoes, and that's not including what I or anyone else in my family eats. So I thought this might be a wise investment for us. Now, we live out here in Kansas. We do have a huge garden, and we grow our own tomatoes, but in the wintertime, which is cold and harsh in Kansas, you're not going to be getting fresh tomatoes. Sometimes after I get them out of the garden all summer long, I can't even eat a store-bought tomato until about January, when I'm just craving them because they taste too fake to me. So I'm excited to try this Aero Garden out. Okay, so this is the one we purchased off of Amazon. Now, it was during the Amazon Prime days. I found this for about half price of what the normal price was, and I remembered my brother saying, hey, these really work. I called him up and said, what do you think? He said, it's a great deal, and if you don't want it, I will buy it from you. I said, okay, I can't beat this. I thought, well, why not just get 2? So we're going to do tomatoes in one, and I already have one set up that we did for homeschool project earlier today, and we're going to do salad greens in that one. Now, this kit did come with the herbs, so we'll see this here. This is the first thing you're going to pull out, is the seed pod kit for the herbs. Like I said, I'll probably be giving this one to my brother. The next thing that is in this box, which we will get out of the way, is your quick setup guide. And there is a harvesting guide in here as well, so that'll be a little later. And I think there was a Spanish version in here as well, if I remember seeing that. And then it comes with just some information. If you don't like it, don't return it to the store you bought it, call them, and some recipes. So that's what's in your box. So we're gonna open up our quick setup guide, and it was very well packaged, came wrapped in plastic over the top. I was really surprised when I got it out of the box. This is literally how big it was. I thought, wow, it is not, I mean, if you can see a hand, this isn't, I'm 5'3", so this isn't that big of a product, okay? I was a little surprised on that. So we did buy the 6-pod unit and another 6-pod unit back here. Like I said, this one's gonna be the lettuce. This one we're gonna do tomatoes in. So I'm just gonna kind of show you what was in there. It was the seed pod packet, and then this is your base unit. You can see the 6 pods in there, and this lid comes off easily. And there is a little pump in here that's going to circulate your water, which you need water circulation to grow, not only for the oxygen, but it's also going to keep your water from growing algae, just kind of like in a fish tank. Granted, there's no sunlight hitting this, but I think it's better to play it safe than sorry. So that is what the inside looks like. There's a little cord on the back, and this cord is going to plug into the back of your unit here, and it's on the very back right there. Okay, so we'll go ahead, and it says to, in here, easy setup. Number 1, set the bowl into the base. Number 2, plug the pump cord into the powered base. Check, and that kind of just sits in that little, there we go. So it sits really firmly on there, and it says, congratulations, your garden is ready to grow. It's that easy. Okay, which you can see there's a lot more information on here, but pretty simple, not overwhelming stuff, okay? All right, on the back, next we're going to plant our garden. So we add water, which here is the fill spout on the front, and I'm gonna just raise this up to make it a little easier. Now, when we filled our garden earlier today, I thought this type of a pitcher would be a little awkward, so I'd put down a spouted water pitcher, but really this works fine. This is about a ½ gallon in here. Now, we do have well water here. It does not recommend you use well water because it could have added ingredients to it, you know, out of whatever area you live in. We do have high, hard water, mineral water here. But I live in the middle of farm country and our water grows things just fine. So I'm not concerned, although the mineral deposits might create some buildup over time and I might have to clean this thing with some vinegar. We'll see. Wow, that's just about perfect. So yeah, half gallon. There we go. All right. And step number 2 is to add your ingredients. So inside of your seed pod kit that you, like I said, I'm not going to go with the herbs. I'm going to do tomatoes in this one. I also purchased this off of Amazon for this one, and I purchased this one off of Amazon for the other Aero Garden. These were a pretty good price on Amazon, also a couple dollars cheaper, but my brother did say the Aero Garden website has really good deals and they'll shoot you different things on that. So this also comes in there and it's liquid plant food. So that is going to be our next step. I know from earlier reading that the cap breaks it down on which size of a unit you get. The cap is literally 4 milliliters, I do believe. So this unit calls for 8, so I need 2 caps full. There's 1 and 2. All right, and we're just going to leave this out here. I tried setting this up in my kitchen earlier today, and the light was extremely intense. Most people said to definitely not put it in a bedroom area because it would affect your sleep. I didn't even prefer it on my kitchen counter. The light was so bright and it kind of messed with my eyes a little when I went outside later. I was still seeing this light. So we opted to move this into our garage and to set it up out here. This is a heated garage, so in the winter, I'm usually out here working out or whatever early morning, and it could get down to about 65, but according to the instructions, 65 to 75 is optimal. So I'm going to try it out here and see how it goes. Okay. Next part says to add the seed pods and grow domes. So when you open these, like I said, your fertilizer is in here. And there is a seed pod instruction kit. So I'll have to read this later, but this is the simple setup. So I'm going to put them in here. For the tomatoes, you only want to do 3 per 6 because they get a lot larger from what my research said. And on the salad greens, we can actually go up to 6. So just set those in there. I'm choosing to put 2 to the front and 1 to the back because it's against a wall, so I think it could grow outward. And then included in there is also your little grow domes. This look like this. Sorry, I should have showed you one of the seed pods, what they look like. This is what it looks like. And it has what's growing on the front and the germination date. Which is kind of handy. So that's all in there. Sit them down in there. Okay, so I am surprised when I buy 3, it doesn't have any plugs for my other 3 holes. I would think that would cause some more water to, what do I want to say, condensate out or whatever. Okay, so I'm going to close that back up. My seeds are in, and it says to plug it in. So get these out of the way. And we're going to plug this in. I have another one back here, so I'm just going to plug it in both at the same time. Pretty intense, right? Okay, so when you get this in, you want to have this all the way down, and it'll have more of these instructions too as it goes. But you want it down when you are growing them, and they said it's best to leave it as low as possible so more light gets to it, and it'll germinate things faster. So the cherry tomatoes on here, it says they will sprout in 7 to 14 days, and they are medium height. And on the lettuce back here, they say they sprout in 4 to 8 days. Once oh, there you can hear the water kick in. Let's look and see if we can see the pump. There is the water pump running. So that's going to oxygenate, and it's pretty cool. I can see it here. It's up in the pod itself. You can see that there. So it's actually getting water up into that root area. Okay, so here we are setting the time up and stuff on it. The buttons are simple to use. You've got an OK and an up down, and then this one just turns the lights off if you want them off or back on, but it does say that, I think it says lights will auto resume schedule. So after you've had them off, I suppose, I don't know if it's an hour, half an hour, whatever, it'll turn them back on, or if it waits that 24 hours. I don't know for sure. I haven't messed with that, but it does tell you that when you kick that button. So we're going to go ahead and set the clock. Actually, we might just arrow down, and yeah, let's just start a garden because we have to set the clock with the garden anyway. And then you just click OK. And then we're going to start a garden in 2 easy steps. Click. Number 1 is going to set the clock. So it is getting a little late, not my time, not quite midnight, but it is getting late. And that's okay. And it's PM, so we'll switch that over. I'm setting both at the same time, so sorry. Plant select, sorry, I'm reading upside down. Plant select, choose best fit. So we have to click OK, and then you can scroll through. It'll have different options: herbs, custom, go back, flowers, veggies, or salads. Okay, so we're going to go up to the veggies, and this one I need salads on. So for the veggies, it's 16 hours of light, and I can see on my salad one over here it says 16.5 hours of light. So we're going to click OK. Veggies selected. Garden setup is complete. So it's really that simple. So once again, if you like this video, we're going to be posting some other ones as things kind of start to sprout and show their colors, which would be exciting to know. But this is TNT Farms, and my husband and I both were born and raised farmers and ranchers kids, and we're full-time pastors now, have been for goodness 20 some years now. And so we still enjoy our farm life, and we have a huge garden that we'll be showing you some of, and maybe some machinery videos and our animals and different things like that, maybe even some recipes. So if you like us, subscribe, and we'll see you again soon.